morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I hope you're very, very well indeed. My name's Emily Blake, and I'm here in the lovely countryside that is Norfolk, which is a part of England. Thanks very much for joining me. So, I'll be your host today on the Radio Work Show, and I'm here to tell you my story and a bit about me. I've been nominated for the Stardust Awards taking place later this year, which is an amazing honour. I've just found out, so I'm really thrilled to hear that. And hopefully I can give you a little insight into what I do and what I'm. So thanks very much for joining me, and hopefully you'll enjoy as much as I'm enjoying this wonderful day. I hope the weather's lovely where you are as well. It's beautifully sunny here. We're looking at 26 degrees, which is very rare for us here in England, especially in May. So that's making me very, very happy indeed. So I guess my story, it all sort of started when I was in school, and I've always been passionate about helping other people and about making people realise that they are so much more than what they give themselves credit for. So I love to inspire confidence. I love to empower people, and I do that by leading by example, by going out there and doing everything that I love, and sort of setting goals and just doing as many things as I can, just so people can see that and go, oh, actually, maybe I can do these things. You know, if you see someone doing well, it's often an inspiring thing. So for me, I've always been part of youth groups, and I've always been part of some sort of program, no matter what age. So ever since I was little, I was always getting involved in things, very proactive, looking for the next thing to get involved in. Whether that was productions, as I'm a performer at heart, I sing, and do some acting as well and presenting. So whether it's been sort of stage related, or whether it's been clubs and groups where I can get involved and help people. So I was part of lots of different clubs. I was part of volunteering schemes. We had Millennium Volunteers, the Duke of Edinburgh Award, and they all involved getting out in the community and helping people and making a difference. So it's just always been part of my life, really. So I've taken that, and I sort of got into I got into modelling. I got into beauty pageants as well, sort of after I finished university, and I never ever expected that to happen at all. Didn't see myself in that sort of way, but after going through some bullying in school, I was really proud to then win beauty competitions in this country and abroad in other countries. So it's been amazing. And I'd just like to touch on that, my experience of bullying, slightly if I can, because I want you to know that you can get through it. And it happens at any age. It can happen when you're 10, when you're 15, when you're 18, no matter if you're at school or university, and then in the workplace as an adult as well. It still goes on, and you know, it's something that we're going to have to deal with throughout our whole lives, unfortunately. But there are ways of dealing with it, and I got through it, and if I've done that, then you can too. So and it comes in so many different forms as well. But the number one thing that I've seen it boil down to, it's usually because you've got something that someone else wants. Now, I'm not just talking about a fabulous pencil that you might have in your pencil case at school and someone wants it so they pick on you. I'm talking about your personality and what you possess inside as well. And if you have something and someone doesn't understand it, or if they're jealous about it, they don't know how to achieve that happiness that you've got, or whatever it is, that charisma or even confidence, and they don't know how to get it themselves, they will often try and take it from you by putting it down. and I've seen that a lot. And lots of people that I've spoken to are incredible people. You look at them and you just think, this person is stunningly beautiful. How have they been through bullying? But that's exactly why. And you see people that are just doing amazing things, and their careers going really well, but they'll say, but they're experiencing bullying. And again, it's exactly the reason why. So try and try not to take it personally. I know that's a lot easier said than done, but it's almost never about you. It's actually about that person, and it just becomes more and more apparent to me the more people that I speak to, and I think that was the case for me. Um, how I got over that was a lot of self-talk, um, because in the beginning it wasn't really affecting me. I was still just carrying on and being happy and the things that I loved, and I was happy enough. I didn't really see what these people were saying, because they would be taking the mickey of my hair. Taking the mickey, by the way, means like picking on. So my hair was very long. It was really, really, really curly, um, and it was amazing. But I didn't see that back then. But people used to pick on that, and I also got picked on because of my weight, because I was bigger than everyone else, and I got picked on because of my skin colour. Where I'm from, it's not very diverse, so that was another thing that people could say, "Oh, you're different, so let's pick on you." So after a while, when you hear these things, it can start affecting you, and it can make you start looking at yourself in a different way, and you start to question yourself. Um, But what I did, I looked in the mirror and I said to myself, um, things like, "You're beautiful, you're happy, you're confident, you're fine, you're okay, you're enough, just as you are." And you do really have to convince yourself, um, and you have to reverse what people are saying to you. You have to turn everything positive and really sort of drill that message into your own mind. If not, what other people are saying is going to affect you, and you're going to take on their negativity. So you do have to um, have this wall up, really. Um, but yeah, the biggest thing that helped me was self talk, looking in the mirror and just saying those really positive affirmations. So I just wanted to briefly share that with you. I don't want to talk about that too much, but just to briefly share with you my tip basically. If you are going through that, just remember it's almost never actually about you, and you certainly don't have a problem at all. There's nothing wrong with you. It's often, more than often, the other person, and you have something that they just can't see, a way of achieving that. So in a way, it means you're doing something right. And they always say, if people are trying to knock you down, it's usually because you are heading in the right direction. You're doing something right. So that's just something I wanted to share with you. So obviously, from that experience to then be an international beauty title holder, it's quite a difference. And how that came about, um, I it's kind of a sad story to begin with. Um, we lost my grandma to pancreatic cancer, and it was horrible. It was heartbreaking, and I sort of forgot um, who I was really. I stopped being happy and outgoing and sociable, um, and I just wasn't really myself anymore. So after a few months of sort of locking myself away, I decided that I needed to do something. I needed to step out and try and get back to myself again, because I knew that my grandma would have wanted me to be doing the things that I love and to be happy. So I was looking online, and there's a website called Star Now, which is really great for any budding actors, So I was looking on there and I saw a casting that said, make new friends, check. It said, build your confidence. Great, I need confidence right now. And it said, learn new skills, meet new people, feel empowered, try something new. And it had just a list of all these amazing things that I felt I so strongly needed in my life at that point. And that was a pageant called Miss Universe Norfolk. I'm sure you've heard of Miss Universe. It's the one of the biggest pageants in the world, and we had our own regional competition. And I never really, like I said, I never saw myself doing this, but because it said make new friends, feel more confident, it just sounded perfect. And I clicked apply, and I got through, and I got selected, and I went down to meet all the other finalists. And we had a day of getting to know each other and doing all of these different exercises. And after just one day of being in that environment, I felt so good. We did one exercise where you have a like a wooden board, and you write one of your fears, or you write something that you want to overcome on this wooden board, um, and then you have to build up the power to basically break through that board. And you sort of punch it, it breaks into two, and then that's you sort of visualizing overcoming the fear. And that was amazing. Um, so after that, I then got selected to be a finalist, and it was just an amazing experience from start to finish. I made new friends, and the pageant itself was amazing. I was walking on the stage, and to be honest, I feel like the stage is my home anyway. So I was on the stage, and we were doing all these different walks and different. We sort of had your everyday wear, we had swimwear, and then a formal wear, sort of evening gowns at the end. And it was amazing. My family were there. They loved it. I loved it, and that's where it began. Really, that's where that beauty pageant and modelling thing started out. It was from a really sad time, but it turned into something that has changed my life basically. Um, After that pageant, I got the pageant bug, which you may have heard of. So you do one, you love it so much, and then you desperately want to do another one. So again, I was back on the internet, and I found Miss British Beauty Curve. Now, I'm a size 16. I am a curvy, full of figured young lady, and I thought, this is perfect. This is one that I'm going to just do absolutely amazing in. So I entered the pageant, again got selected, and I actually went on to win. And this is my winning crown, which is looking lovely in the sun. Okay. So I it was just an incredible experience. And like I said, I didn't enter to win these things. I was entering because I wanted to gain my confidence, and I wanted to get back to the Emily that I knew. And it certainly helped. So winning Miss British Beauty Curve just changed everything. It really did. I had people messaging me, asking me to model their clothes. I had an agent sign me. Um, it was just amazing. And then going to lots of different events, wearing the crown and sash, and promoting the pageant, meeting new people. It it's just it's been amazing. And like I say, starting from something that was so tragic into something that's changed my life, and I'm just really grateful for it. So the following year, after Miss British Beauty Curve, I'm sort of looking at, oh, what else can I get involved in? I then went to an international pageant. I have brought my crowns outside to show you as well. This is the other one that I won. So very bling, and they both sit on my shelf in my bedroom, along with a few different sashes. but this is the one that I still proudly wear to events, because it's where it's where my heart is, and we're a bit like a family in this British Beauty Curve. So I promote them whenever I can. Um, so yeah, I that's one part of what I do, and one thing I'm very passionate about. Um, Pageantry, a lot of people have certain views on it, but for me, it it was something that built my confidence back up, something that allowed me to start being myself again, and socialize with people and talk to people again, because I was terrified about talking to people. Um, and it's something I would recommend to people. Also, the plus size modelling side of things, it's allowed me to inspire other people. And I get lots and lots of lovely messages of people, saying how it's helped them and they feel more confident. And that's what it's all about for me. It really, really is. And it's a pleasure to be able to help other people. Um, so yes, we have the beauty pageants, we have the plus size modelling. I also work as a presenter. So ever since I was little, for some reason, I'm not sure why, but I've always wanted to do presenting. So on television, I think it was the program Blue Peter which inspired me, if you've seen that, um, where the presenters get to interview really interesting people, whether they're celebrities or world record breakers, people with really interesting stories, and they also travel the world and they look at wildlife. And this program was just everything that I loved wrapped into one, and I wanted to be a presenter ever since then. So I'm talking maybe the age of about 12. And I've followed that route. I did GCSE media studies, I did media studies at A level, and then I searched for the perfect course at university, which I found. And it combined basically everything to do with media studies into one course. So it involved acting, it involved acting on stage and the television. We also did radio, we did script writing, we did directing, producing, editing, and of course presenting. And it was amazing. It was at the University of Bedfordshire, and I really would highly recommend that course. It's called Media Performance, and it was amazing. And after that, I didn't want to leave. I stuck around and I did a postgraduate called Performing Before the Camera, another course that I would really, really recommend. And it's not just for budding TV presenters, it's for anyone who needs to do public speaking, because it is and can be a scary thing. So yeah, I followed that route, and I now host shows, live shows such as fashion events, music events, modelling competitions, and of course beauty pageants as well. So yeah, I'm just sort of following that path that I set out for myself, as well as doing all the different things that I love at the same time. Um, I hope I'm not going on too much, but I'm just trying to give you an insight into what I do. Um, I also sing as well. That's, like I said, I've always loved being on stage. So I sing in a band, in an 80s cover band called Neon, and I also sing acoustically with the guitarist from that band called Jamie. We've just started doing some acoustic gigs, and I just it's an amazing thing to be able to do. And I'm just open to seeing where that will go, really. I don't believe that you should do one thing. I don't believe that you should just do one job your whole life and that's it. I don't think we were designed to be on this earth, to work, 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 to pay bills, and then that's it. I don't agree with that. So if you've got a passion, besides your job, obviously we need to work, but if you've got a passion besides your day job, then you should really follow it, and do your best to follow that and try and make that happen as well. Um, so yes, so we've got plus size modelling, which is a huge thing because I want to encourage people, no matter what your size, shape, you you are enough, and you are beautiful. You're allowed to feel that. You should feel that. Um, we've got the singing, beauty pageants, and I also work in schools as well. I love working with young people. I find them very interesting, and they sort of see the world slightly differently, and they're not afraid to say what they think, which I love. So I work as a supply teacher, and I cover all subjects, even though my passions are media and drama. They would be my specialist, but I actually cover all subjects, including science and maths. Um, so I help the children at that point when I'm leading a maths class. um, but no, it's a lot of fun, and I also work as a presenter for workshops, and the workshops are to inspire confidence, to motivate students, um, and so to get them wanting to do well in their exams, because we see a lot of the time now that they're lacking ambition, they're lacking motivation, they don't see why they need to be working hard. They don't understand. They don't understand that how that if you do well in school, then it can lead to this, it can lead to that. Um, and it's not just for exams and schoolwork as well. It's just generally in life. They're lacking a lot of ambition. So we work on that, and we look at study skills, and we help them with their work, and show them that things don't need to be as difficult as they are. We show them different techniques, ways to make learning a lot easier as well. So I think that's all I do. I mean, I do some promotion work as well. At the moment, I'm working for Google. I do some technology sort of promotion work as well. Um, and that's really to sort of just help pay the bills because, um, sometimes in the creative industry, it's not something that's going to make you incredibly rich, and certainly not straight away. So you have to do lots of different things. And luckily for me, that's what I like doing. So. Sorry about the lighting. I'm outside because it's a beautiful day, but I'm getting the sun sort of hitting me in the gazebo. So thank you very much to RadioWorks for letting me host tonight. It's a really big pleasure, and to be nominated for another award as well, the Stardust Awards. It's so nice. So thank you very, very much. I don't know who nominated me, but thank you very much to everyone. It's an absolute pleasure. At the moment, I'm also up for an Afro Models Award, the Miss Curvy Award, which I did win last year. And the awards are happening this Sunday. So fingers crossed, wish me luck for that one. Um, but for me, it's not about winning awards. It's about being out there, and it's about empowering people and inspiring people to be the best that they can be. Because I think a lot of the time people just don't realise, and people can be quite mean to themselves. And I just want to show people that they can do whatever they want. So that's my main motivation. And then awards are just a nice, a really nice sort of bonus as part of that. So a big thank you to those of you who have nominated me, and those of you that are currently voting for me. Thank you very, very much indeed. At the moment, I'm working on my own business plans as well. So do keep an eye on me over the next sort of year, because I will be looking to do a lot more, you know, for myself. So you can look at my Facebook. It's Emily Blake Miss BB Curve, obviously standing for British Beauty Curve. And I have a Facebook page there, including my presenting work, and I show a bit of my singing on there as well. So that's facebook.com/Emily Blake Miss BB Curve. You can also follow me on YouTube as well. And if you just type Emily Blake or /Emily Blake, that will take you to my page. So yeah, do keep following, so you can keep up to date with what I'm doing. In part of my sort of plans, I'm looking to be going into schools doing workshops focused on inspiring confidence, in a way that's not just aided towards study skills and schoolwork, because I think it's so much more than that. I think young people need help in a lot of different areas, and I get on with young people really well. I love teaching them. I love um, sort of helping them and seeing that journey, that progression. So I'm hoping to be working in schools under my own sort of workshops as well. So do keep an eye, and keep up to date. You're very welcome to add my Facebook profile. Um, it'd be great to stay in touch and hear from you on there. But for now, I think I'm going to sign out, and I wish see some of your comments or interact with you. That'd be really really nice. So do add me on social media, Instagram, Twitter as well, and we can connect in that way. I'm always looking for people to work with. So if you think that there's something we can do together, then please do let me know. Um, but right now, I feel like I'm just going on, and I don't know when to stop. So so I'm going to leave it there and enjoy the rest of this lovely weather. And I really hope it's nice where you are as well. Thank you very, very much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much, Radio Works, and I'll see you very, very soon.